Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dr. Tiffany, chiropractor and holistic health and life coach. Today I would like to talk to you about heavy metal detoxing and just detoxing the body overall. If you've been able to take a look at the last couple of videos, you know that we were kind of taking a deeper dive into autism, right? But not only are we responsible for just providing you with the information? We as healthcare providers, and especially myself, also have to provide you with solutions, right? So that you are able to try to work to overcome whatever it is that affects not only your health, but the health of your loved ones. So today we're going to talk about heavy metal detoxing. This is something that is not discussed often within my community, but it is definitely something that can aid in minimizing some of the symptoms associated with autism, right? So we know that a lot of times, or most recently, should I say, RFK Jr. has came up with a list of what he believes contributes to the cause. So being able to identify some of the potential causes also provides us with some ways to come up with potential solutions, right? So with regard to heavy metal detoxing, the first thing that you have to take a look at is your diet, right? You want to, of course, minimize the processed foods. And that's not just for detoxing, that's for overall health. But it's especially important with regard to people who suffer from these type of conditions. Why? Because we know that your gut is your second brain. So if your gut is not functioning properly, then what does that say about the rest of your body? It's not functioning properly either. So when we are able to minimize the consumption of processed foods, that will definitely aid in helping us to not come up with a cure or end all be all, but it'll definitely contribute to improving whatever it is, right? So minimizing the processed foods. Now, does that mean cut them out completely? No. Remember, we want moderation, not elimination. So if you can make sure that more of your diet consists of whole foods, then you're definitely headed in the right direction. And the same thing for your children, because what you show them and the behaviors that you model, your lifestyle, right, sets the foundation for them as well. They're eating what you're eating. They are paying attention to everything that you're doing. You are their first teacher and their role model. So whole foods and minimize the processed food consumption. With regard to food consumption, also green tea contains a plethora of antioxidants that aid in getting rid of those toxic heavy metals and the toxins within your body. But you have to consume it on a pretty regular basis, more so like every day. So keep that in mind as well. So we've discussed the diet. Now, there are also natural health products that you can take and also give to your children to help, to help work to aid in removing those toxic heavy metals. Coconut oil, I know that a lot of people are familiar with oil pulling, right? So oil pulling is one way. And then also, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but you can actually consume coconut oil. So you can put a tablespoon in your juice, right? You can cook with it instead of the seed oils. And we talked a little bit about that a while ago, but that's also worth mentioning because your food prep is also extremely important. So, getting rid of those seed oils and using a more healthy alternative, such as coconut oil, also improves the quality of your food, but also just consuming coconut oil, consuming coconut milk. The medium chain fatty acids that are in the coconut aid in removing those toxins from your body as well as the heavy metals. In addition to coconut oil, we all know about apple cider vinegar, right? The mother contains a plethora of antioxidants and also just other healthy nutrients that aid in removing toxins and heavy metals from the body. Now, does this list include every single natural health product that would aid in it? Absolutely not. This is just something that I personally know of that will help. And it's also something that I trust with providing you the information for. So please take this, right, and build upon it. Do more research and share this information with your friends and family, right? Because if we know that out of every 31 children, one of them have received a diagnosis of autism, then there's probably somebody close to you who has a child that's affected by it. So share the information. It's the only way that we can help each other get better. The last form of heavy metal removal that I would like to discuss is a product that we as holistic practitioners typically recommend. And it's something that we notice that our patients have seen some level of success with. Now, again, this is not a cure. This is just something that helps the person, helps the child, helps the family, helps the community. And it is a heavy metal detox spray. And I will put the link for the spray in the description box. But this is something that you can spray in your mouth daily or spray in your children's mouth daily. It is not harmful at all. And what it does is it aids in helping the body get rid of those toxins. Now, we do know that if you or your children have received any of those injections, right, you won't ever be able to totally rid your body of the toxic chemicals, but you can do your part with regard to removing as much of it as you can, right? So the mercury, the lead, and all of the other toxic metals and chemicals that you may consume or have been injected with, when you use this heavy metal detox spray, it aids in helping your body to get rid of some of the toxins. Hopefully a lot more than what you are normally getting rid of on a day-to-day basis. So the heavy metal detox spray, working on your diet, right? And we know that with the diet, that includes drinking a lot of water. When you consume the recommended amount, you're naturally flushing out a lot of impurities and toxins naturally. So working on your diet, less processed, more whole foods, consuming natural health products such as coconut oil and apple cider vinegar, and then looking into purchasing a heavy metal detox spray to help your body continue to get rid of those harmful chemicals and metals. So I hope that this video provided you with some type of insight with regard to solutions, right? We know that this is a short list and it's definitely something that we need to build upon. But the most important thing is being able to have the knowledge accessible to you, because this is not something that your typical medical doctor will tell you, right? Of course, they're going to tell you about consuming a healthy diet, but they aren't going to keep it real with you when it affects their pockets most of the time. So keep that in mind as well. And again, if you have questions regarding nutrition, natural health products, be sure to speak with your healthcare provider, a nutritionist, a dietitian, a health and or wellness coach, or anybody that you feel comfortable discussing this type of information with that has some type of training in this area. It's extremely important. So I hope that this video was informative. If you have questions, be sure to email me. And I have included the links for the articles that we've discussed over the last couple of days in the description box. So if you want to take a look at that information, please feel free to do so as well. I hope that you all enjoy the rest of your day. And until next time, heal holistically. And I look forward to speaking with you soon. Bye.